Crown Plaza, a big, nice hotel. The US Embassy got it for 10 million. They don't even have to send back to US for any money. It's the money where them collect from visa application and so on. They just spend and buy. They got it for little and not in a big hotel, Crown Plaza.
Big hotel, a glorious construction, looking over City Kingston.
And that was owned by Jamaica.
The things that they celebrate.
That was owned by Jamaican.
That was owned by Jamaican. I asked a question all the while, right? When a Jamaican get rich, what happened to your money?
But that's what I was saying to Chuck. At least his money, he might go back and say, listen, this is my school that I went to, primary school. I give them some computer. Him spend the money. Yeah, this is my computer. I spend
back in Jamaica.
Parent man pay them bills and take them, repatriate them profit and gone. Them just pay them bills, gone with the money, you know.
Yesterday I was passing to a PNP platform and somebody was saying, I don't forget which one of them. Me need to start screen record. Every day I say it to me, I start screen record. One of them was saying that remittance was more important to Jamaica than tourism. Remittance was more important to Jamaica than tourism. Because he said no matter how much tourists come here, when they book their credit card, Jamaica don't get the money, but when they send the money come out, they get it. But again, these people are so far back at the class, it is not funny.
Tourism provide jobs and so.
Thank you.
Local jobs locally. But
thank you. Tourism provide jobs.
Look here, the PNP. I mean, here the PNP them come. All right, they come now. Boy, the BPO sector. There's the evidence. If you check, it started when Siaga started with the Digiport. That I just changed them name. When Siaga started with the Digiport and getting the free zones and so on, that's how the BPO started. The PNP used to shut it down, say cheap labor. I know is when Bruce in 2000 it picks up on the JLP and the PNP want to claim that. They're talking a lot. PNP, they're talking a lot of nonsense, Chuck.
Listen to me. You see, PNP, I said these people are disconnected from what is reality. Me not waste time with Caution and them talk about oil finding it. If oil can be found in Jamaica, extracted from the ground and sold, and nobody know about it, is that something possible?
Sure.
Listen to me, guys. Listen, people. It give me headache to deal with these people on a daily basis. Sometimes when you go around and listen to them, they don't make sense.
But Chuck,
again, we are in a position where we cannot ignore their stupidity.
Chuck, but the thing again, you know, the discussion with you and the guy, Triple. Chuck, did you know that in 2016, when the minimum wage was 6,000? The dollar was it was a 125 something. If you would divide that by 6,000, they were earning less than $50 US. Today,
less than $50 US back then.
If you do, you're earning little over 100 US now. All right, so you can't tell me say I'll increase like that. No matter where you take it, Chuck, that's double, you know. You could buy less. You couldn't buy 50 US with the money, with the 6,000. No, you can't buy 100 and a little US. Oh, where are they going to say you're behind? You're way ahead of the game.
You see, people examine them. Their reasoning is limited to a partisan discussion, and that is the problem. And as we say, we are in a position where we cannot ignore them stupidity. We can't ignore them stupidity, you know, because guess what? People there. And you have people who genuinely just don't think for themselves and depend on these people to guide them. So yes. We sit down and say we are ignoring them stupidity. We can't do it. We would have been doing an injustice to them. So we have to take some time out. Yes, AJ, we're discussing crab legs and the price of it. People,
good evening.
We're going to winner.
So when members say inflation never spread across the world them time then, so crab legs extremely cheap, almost free. Crab legs was it free them time there? Almost free. Cents
on the dollar.
Cents on the dollar.
We cannot, even though we know it's stupidity, we cannot ignore it. And that's the dilemma we face every day. We cannot ignore them stupidity, right? Because
I just came across a video with Alvaro regarding Vegas. You remember when Vegas was using the fact that he went to shop when they were married and stuff, and he used something as an example from the National Library, and he wants to use that exact document to use it to calculate Vegas' date of birth. And I'm like, if somebody got something from the National Library as an example to provide evidence that actually married enough good took place within a period of time, it's not like it didn't happen in a year, it happened over a span of time. And you use that and you're saying that the man is lying because it's not adding up with the exact date that is on the National Library diagram. I'm like, seriously? The intellectual dishonesty from these people who say them go to university and come out, and rationality and reasoning has escaped their minds.
What the Angel was doing a video, and she was calling the blue bag bowl. Alvaro went and did a video.
He did research on the blue bag. He did research. But winner,
what about pun on words? Those things don't exist.
But winner, exactly. Winner, hold on, guys. That was a live recap, right? I was on my live and I was just taunting and saying, somebody wrote in the chat and said, Angel, they just read the blue dot poll. And I said, I don't care about the blue bag. I don't care about what type of poll it is. I already know what's going to happen. I don't need the blue dot poll to tell me. And so I played the recap and said, forget the blue bag poll. We need to put them in a bag like a barrel. And dude screen record that and said he's doing a research about, is there a blue bag poll? Listen to this labor right blogger.
Guys, listen to me now. This is another public service announcement, guys.
Yeah.
Today is June 9th, 2025.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, June 8th, was another murder-free day in Jamaica.
That's 3 for the year so far.
3 for the year so far.
Yeah, man, we're heading in good territory. But let me address this. They said Andrew Holness promised the Impeachment Act, and I'll know. We were in the waters of rewriting our constitution, separating ourselves from the monarch. So introducing that impeachment bill now would not have made sense, Chuck, while we were re-evaluating. Now we had a committee that set up both PNP, labor right, church people, civil society groups, and they came to the conclusion it makes no sense because of the model that Jamaica has in terms of the Westminster model gonna be incorporated within the Republic model. It makes no sense because, for example, if Jamaica Labour Party now has 49 seats in Parliament, they have well more than 2/3 majority. For example, a Jamaica Labour Party supporter does something, right, that requires impeachment. If nobody on the Jamaica Labour Party side does not vote on that impeachment bill, how is that person going to be impeached? 14 persons sit in Parliament and the opposition side can impeach anybody? Take another example. Mark Golding lied to the people of Jamaica, did all sorts of things, tell them to get busy and get wicked upon them. The Jamaica Labour Party within 49 could have simply well impeach Mark Golding.
The problem, you know, winner, with these people that I'm telling you, this is the reason that the PNP are fear. So the Prime Minister promised them impeachment bill, promised them term limit, and promised them what the other one? Impeachment term limit.
But term limit would have been in the new constitution.
Come on, hold on. There's one more.
Reform for the booger.
No man, not the booger. Impeachment and fixed election date. Yes. Then say them choose something that them about. They promise when them lie. Now, in order to get these three things we need the constitutional reform.
Yes.
Who is blocking the constitutional reform?
Master Mark Golding, sir. The descendant of slave owners.
Yes.
Because that would have been in the new constitution.
It would have been all of them, the term limit, the impeachment, and the fixed election date. The impeachment
is not going to be in there.
Not going to be, okay.
Because when the committee looked at the model that we have in terms of the Westminster model, it made no sense because you would need 2/3 majority of Parliament to vote upon the impeachment bill. And if you have a two-party system so polarized and entrenched like we have in Jamaica, how can you convince 2/3 majority of Labour to vote against a Labour right to get him out of Parliament? And how could you convince a 2/3 majority of PNP to vote against a PNP to get them out of Parliament?